Nearly half of homes in the U.S. have at least one dog, and while yours might be the perfect pooch, experts warn any one of them can bite.
Such a good girl!
Callista Munoz had it unexpectedly happen to her while attempting to break up a fight between two of her dogs.
I knew I wasn't gonna die like this.
Munoz got trapped in the bathroom and attacked by the dog she had been fostering for only 3 months.
By the time that I could grab the door, unfortunately, all of this part of my arm was already chewed out.
She spent a month in the hospital undergoing 18 surgeries, but eventually doctors had to amputate her arm.
I danced with the devil and I looked him straight in his eyes.
While Munoz recovered, she says she won't let the attack scare her from caring for animals.
There's beauty in tragedy, and I believe that my journey is someone else's survival guide.
Munoz is just one of more than 4.5 million reported dog bites in the U.S. each year.
The American Veterinary Medical Association says it's not a dog's breed that determines whether it will bite, but rather the dog's individual history and behavior.
They say there are several ways to protect yourself and for owners to help prevent attacks.
If that dog gets over the threshold, you're not getting them back, because they can only see red and they don't reason.
Cincinnati-based dog trainer Scott Joyce explains if a dog is charging at you, do not run.
They have 4 legs, you have 2. You're not going to win.
Instead, he says stand as tall as you can.
This is as threatening as you can be to the dog, and take a hard step at him. So he didn't particularly care for that. And I didn't even do it to him, I did it next to him.
And if a dog is already biting and won't let go, Joyce says you can try to close off their airway by twisting the collar.
You want to get their front legs off of the ground and stop their breathing, because at that point, then they're going to open their mouth.
But if there's no collar or leash, Joyce suggests hitting the dog with an object in sensitive areas, like the nose, ears, or underbelly.
If you can whack them across the nose with it, that's your best bet.
Experts also say pet owners can prevent bites by recognizing when your dog is stressed or uncomfortable and then remove them from that situation. A yawn, tucking a tail, laying down with a leg up, or staring at its owner stiffly could be signs a dog is frightened or threatened.
When you're out in public, you're standing in a line, put your dog in the middle position.
Ronna Robertson is with an animal shelter in Illinois. She urges owners to secure your dog with a leash and train them to stay close.
Chance right now is in a position called middle. He's between my legs, and he's in a position where he's staying with me and not going forward and lunging forward. This is where I want him to be.
Robertson says many people who meet a new dog have been taught to put their hands out to let them sniff, but she advises against that. Instead, ignore the dog until they come to you.
Don't let them approach other dogs and other people without them allowing it first.
Even at home, dog owners can help prevent an attack, especially when it comes to mail carriers.
It's those good dogs, the dogs that have had a bad day. Okay, they're the ones that come after us.
Joe Willers has been with the U.S. Postal Service for nearly 30 years, and he says he often deals with aggressive dogs.
I have been chased down by dogs. I have been bitten by dogs, not severely, but it happens.
In 2023, up to 15 times a day, more than 5,800 Postal Service employees were attacked by dogs while delivering mail. That's up 500 reports from the year before.
I believe that most carriers at one time in their career have had an attack by a dog.
The USPS says owners should secure their dogs before the carrier approaches by either keeping dogs behind a fence away from the mailbox or in a different room away from the door.